Hello and welcome to Dumplings and Dragons, where everything's made up and sometimes the points matter. This series is a bunch of Auckland-based Kiwi-Asian actors getting together to play D&D. I'm your DM. Today that stands for Decimeters, Benjamin Tay. And today I'm joined by, remember, player name, character name, race, class, pronouns. Mustaq.
Oh, hello everybody. I'm Mustaq. My character's name is Backbone. He's a tiefling cleric. So far, so good. And both our pronouns are him and he.
Jess Hong.
I'm Jess. I play Lee Dragonblood, who is a dark elf and a paladin. She, her, or the badass.
Ankita Singh.
Kia ora guys, my name's Ankita. I play Rain, who is a Asamara monk, and his pronouns are he and him, and my pronouns are she and her.
Jen Huang.
Hey guys, my name is Jen. I play Zie Ling, who is a Earth Genasi warlock, and pronouns for Zie Ling are they and them. Pronouns for me is she and her.
Dilys Fong.
Hi, I'm Dilys. My pronouns are she and her. I play a nameless child of uncertain pronouns, but it doesn't seem to mind what you call it, so anything.
Nick, do you have a middle name?
Sorry?
Do you have a middle name?
I'd like to say yes, but it's weird because my legal name is blah 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 blah. But that in between is like that part of that middle that is part of my legal name is also like part of it's like my mother's maiden name and my like Christian name that you get from baptism. So it's just like legally speaking, all of that together is like my legal name. But
I'll get it out of you next time.
Yeah, anyway.
Nicholas Contreras.
Alright. Okay.
What is your name? I'm just so curious.
Name Nicholas. Player name. No, character name Balasar. Race and class Dragon Bard. Pronouns for him and me are him and he.
Would you? I mean, not that we need to know.
Right.
But I think now everyone wants to know your full legal name.
Yeah.
If you,
my full legal name. It's nothing special. It's like
I'm gonna write it down even.
Oh, fine, whatever. Okay, so my Nicholas Daniel Reyes Contreras, and Contreras being my father's family name, and Reyes being my mother's family name.
Is it spelled
Daniel's like my Christian birth name.
D-A-N-Y-E-L?
Sorry?
Is it spelled D-A-N-Y-E-L?
For
or
Daniel.
Daniel.
D-A-N-I-E-L.
Oh, it's Daniel. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I don't say like my parents would say a certain way, so I would say it
Daniel.
Yeah, Nicolas Daniel. Yeah.
Nicolas Daniel Reyes Contreras.
Yeah, Contreras. Yeah.
Contreras. Sorry, more.
Yeah, I couldn't roll my R's before, so I'd always not roll my R's.
I still can't roll my R's.
I can barely roll my R's, so.
I can barely roll anything.
Whoa!
Except the dice, so let's begin.
I feel like I'm taking up too much time.
It's okay. I gave you the spotlight and just waited for you to see what happened. Okay. Today's housekeeping, we have Dilys on recap and Ankita's keeping initiative. This is session 7. New Zealand is now at level 2, but we're still gonna zoom our sessions until we're out of level 2. So stay safe, wash your hands. Dilys, if you wouldn't mind reading the recap, let's get into it, shall we?
Cool. Recap. Rain dressed down Zie Ling in front of the rest of the party, and for the first time since coming together, the party split for a short period of time. Rain and it, accompanying Lee to recover her hunting trap, Zie Ling and Balasar remain with Backbone, who heals Lucifer back to full health. The party was made aware of its companion Raymond, even though no one was introduced to him. A ringing bell announced the arrival of 2 new characters, apprentice cleric Ramos and undead Jiangshi Shenguadu. Ramos's sunny personality divided the party, with Backbone clearly mistrusting this long-haired young man. Ramos asked for food, and the party presented him with some mushrooms before deciding to walk off. Zie Ling, at the head of the party, walked right into a couple of wounded goblins, and a physical confrontation began, in which Ramos was knocked unconscious. Xinguadu was released from the restraint spell, and the party quickly finished off the goblins. But the Jiangshi then started attacking the party. Or not, due to a communication problem from the DM. It was hard for the party to kill, even without it attacking for a few rounds. Zie Ling sent Lucifer at full speed to recover the yellow paper. Eventually, Backbone dealt the final blows that decimated the Jiangshi's physical form to pieces, and Balasar administered a potion from Zie Ling's backpack to Ramos and brought him back to consciousness. Ramos lamented failing his test, and quickly does what he can to heal Rain and Zie Ling before heading off on his own way. The party sits down, exhausted, and prepared to rest.
Thank you, Dilys. The party faces each other as they hear the bell ringing ever so slightly now and then in the distance as Ramos makes his way away from the party. Zie Ling, roll me a perception check, please. It is now probably about midnight.
18.
And the moon is up in the sky. Sorry, 8?
18.
18, okay. Without even looking down, you hear a poof, and you know that Lucifer is right next to you. And on his horn is a yellow piece of paper that was attached to Shingadu's forehead before.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do? Heck, what does the whole party want to do?
Have a look if there's any writing on it or something.
Yeah, let me try.
Oh yeah, look at that piece of paper.
Okay, because it's Zie Ling and because Backbone said that first, both of you can roll me a perception check, or one of you can roll me a perception check at advantage. You two choose.
Oh. Ooh.
You go at advantage.
Okay.
Cool. Zie Ling at advantage.
Okay. Come on. I'm
I got a 14.
Such a disappointment.
No. So Mustaq, the thing is that if Zie Ling rolls at advantage, then you don't roll.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. This is part of D&D. We all find out the rules as we go.
Wait, so what advantage do I get?
So you get to roll twice and take the higher number.
Oh, okay. It's still not a great number.
Excellent.
Oh wait, it's a perception. So
Yeah.
so 11.
11.
Yeah.
The script on the paper is definitely show characters, but no one in the party seems to recognize the characters. It's definitely written in strokes that you imagine you should know, but you just can't quite figure out what they mean. It's really odd because everything seems really familiar, but you're not able to read what's on it. You might have to ask. You might have to ask someone else in the future if you keep it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Cool. Add it to your inventory, please.
Okay.
So when we finished off the last session, the party had decided that they desperately needed to sleep. How you should sleep will be in shifts. So please decide who's going to take first watch.
I'll take first watch.
Sure, why not?
So that would be Lee and Balasar.
Sweet.
Cool. Who would take second?
I'll go.
I mean, sweet.
Okay, hang on. So that was Dilys saying yes, but both Mustaq and Jen putting their hands up at exactly the same time. So you three decide who goes next.
You go, Zie Ling.
I want to go with Backbone.
Okay, so Zie Ling and Zie Ling and it's again the winning combination. Second.
Zie Ling doesn't like this.
So Rain and Backbone. What?
and last on watch will be Rain and Backbone.
Cool.
So both Nick and Jess, please roll me a D10.
D10. I got a 3.
3?
I got to 6.
Cool. So the two of you watch over the rest of your party. Are you guys standing, huddling together, talking, not talking? What are you guys doing? How would you...
Squatting, keeping to myself.
Lee
Can I find a
squatting,
log or something?
keeping to herself. There are logs, yep. What does Balasar do with a log?
Sit on it.
Balasar sits on a log.
Come on.
What were you expecting? He picks up the log, he swings it at me.
Hey, it's D&D. Balasar can do whatever he wants.
Bloodied hands, I look.
I don't squat for the whole time. I just squat for a
Backbone
bit
is
and then I
sleeping on
eventually...
the ground.
It's excellent that you say that, Mustaq, because
Oh, God.
Backbone, you fall asleep very quickly.
I've got to recover my 4 hit points.
Yep. You all, like, in your unconscious, I was going to say in your unconscious consciousness. That doesn't make sense. While you're asleep, there's the inky blackness of when you close your eyes. And you feel like you're awake when in the inky darkness, you see the mess of tentacles and fangs gnashing towards you. And no matter how hard it takes, no matter how hard you try to run, they just keep coming towards you. They grab onto you in your dream. And they slam you to the ground. And your environment, which is only inky blackness, shifts. Suddenly, Backbone, you're a child again. And you're being kicked on the playground the way you remember being kicked on the playground by every other child of the village. It's like they're lining up to take turns kicking at you. Some of them aim for your head, some of them aim for your stomach. The ones who don't want to actually hurt you, they just kind of tap you with their feet, but they're also afraid of getting beat up if they don't kick you. They call you names, and they laugh when you cry. And they leave you in the dirt, and when you wake up, you're surprisingly rested, but very troubled. Zie Ling, sleep took a while before it took a hold of you. In fact, you don't remember closing your eyes. You don't remember falling asleep, but you suddenly feel like you're back in your abode, and you know what to be the impossible smiling faces of your family. You know it's impossible because all the faces, every single one by one, slowly morphs into the face of a tiefling with orange skin. And behind his head writhes a thick tail. And he's smiling at you, and he's saying random syllables, gibberish, but you remember his voice. It's a voice like honey. And all you remember after that is him fading out into what looks like a pool of oil. The inky blackness. His smile is the last thing to disappear, and it haunts you. And from underneath what you think might be this oil pool, blubbers out the voice, a voice that is familiar. Protect the child. And you try to hold on to the few memories you have of your siblings laughing. and you feel like they're slipping away. It is not a good night. Second watch. So Balasar and Lee wake up it and Zie Ling. How do it and Zie Ling take second watch? What is their stance?
You want to play a game?
Depends.
We could play Truth or Dare or I Spy. Come on, it's so boring. There's nothing out there.
Okay. Truth or Dare?
Okay.
You start.
For the purposes of this session, I will let one of you take one each, and then we'll have to move on. But you guys figure out how this works.
Truth or Dare? Wait, if I start, does that mean you give me a Truth or Dare, or does that mean I give you a
No,
Truth
I
or Dare?
wanted you to give me one.
Okay, Truth or Dare?
Okay. Dare.
I dare you to... I dare you to play a prank on Balasar while he's asleep.
Can I roll? Can I roll for?
You maybe you will find out later because you're asleep.
Okay, you have to
Like
be
something that he'll discover when he wakes up.
Okay. Oh, okay. Discover when he wakes up. DM, what does the bard have? Does he have? Wait, does he carry like a guitar or whatever it is?
This is a good time to check in with Nick and ask if Balasar carries his instruments out, or they're all in his massive backpack. I believe I said that his backpack is huge, like a roadie, and all of his instruments that you might be aware of are in there. Does that sound right, Nick?
Yeah, that sounds right. I imagined it. I just kind of like.
Okay, what I got from that was you look like you're carrying two massive shopping bags, and that's all the bags that you have. But that's not how you're packed, right?
Oh no, I just gesture for the straps. Strap.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna say that you are aware of at least two instruments that he has on him. He wears a horn around his neck, and Balasar, what are the others? What's one other instrument that you would have brought out in front of the party?
Oh, didn't I had that horn, and then I had two others, but didn't you say one of them was stolen? Can't remember which one. I had a saxophone and a lute. I think the saxophone was stolen.
I think so too. So let's say that you have a lute.
I think I have a lute. The lute was not looted.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you have to tell me if this is a good enough prank. I want to go into his bag, take basically everything out, and try and put them in everyone else's bag.
Why are you messing with our bags, Zie Ling?
Did you say you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need help?
No, I can do it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Do that.
Roll, Zie Ling, roll for stealth. Let's see.
Here we go. I'm more stealthy than you, Dilys. Okay.
Man, this is a bit weird. Okay, so Balasar's passive perception is 12 when he's conscious. So let's say you have to roll at least 6 for this to possibly go ahead.
Well, I got 11.
Okay, so that's good. So let's say that this is the first half.
Yeah.
So the first half is that you are now in his space and he has not woken up. As you're taking all of his stuff out, which, if I remember right, the two, like, Balasar, in rummaging through your pack, found that both of you pack your bags exactly the same way. So you now have advantage on a second stealth roll to see if you manage to pull everything out.
Yes.
So roll twice and take the higher number. But this one, because now you're right up in Balasar's space, Balasar, roll me a perception check at disadvantage. So 2 and take and what happens.
Is it D20?
D20 twice, lower number, plus perception modifier.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And when you're ready, what did you roll, Nicholas?
So I rolled a 10 and a 13, and adding my perception, I still don't think it's going to be good enough, but
let's find out.
I'd say it's a 12. 10 and 2 is 12.
That's exactly what you have when you're conscious, which is amazing. So let's find out what Zie Ling rolled.
19.
Oh my god.
Okay. We'll figure out the logistics of changing all your inventory later. But now, Zie Ling has managed to sneak out everything out of Balasar's backpack and into the rest of the party's bags. Let's not go through the logistics of having everyone roll, because that's just too much. But for the moment, Balasar's backpack is now empty. It is at that moment when both... So I'm going to say that Zie Ling is like hunched over Balasar. And suddenly you hear a howl from the distance. And it's roll me insight check.
20, but not a natural 20.
30. So, yep, a natural 20. Cool. You guys should definitely not be pranking each other in enemy territory. This is
okay.
Wait, I have my own thing.
I mean, yeah, you come to that realization. Now you have to encourage Zie Ling to stop this truth or dare situation that's going on.
Zie Ling, I take it back. That just sounded really dangerous.
What if you choose truth?
I guess I'll have to.
Don't have to do anything.
I don't have any good truths though. Just letting you know. But okay, I'll choose it.
Okay, I would like to know what you are.
What I am?
Race, yes.
As a race. Oh. You're not going to tell any of the other ones, okay?
How are we going to make a promise? How do you make your promise?
Pinky promise.
Okay, I'll pinky promise you.
Okay.
I won't tell anyone.
I'm a tiefling.
I
say nothing.
Okay.
As my
cool.
character, I say nothing.
Amazing. Zie Ling, roll me a perception check.
Copy that.
So I'm going to say for the rest of the party, the players now know what race it is, but the characters don't. So this is going to be more fun. The information that your character doesn't know. What did you roll, Jen? 8?
Yeah.
You peer under its hood, which has pretty much always been up. And you can kind of see, it's not massive horns, but you kind of see like small little nubs just at the top. Does Yeah, and does it show off their tail? And that's all you see. Just two nubs bathed in shadow that you're not even really sure were there. As this game is going on, Balasar,
Yes, revenge time.
you are swimming in your dream.
Yes.
You're swimming in a pool of water. But wait,
Yes.
it's not water because it's so thick and it smells amazing. You're swimming in a pool of deep fried red
bean. Yeah!
sesame
Yes!
seed balls.
Yes.
What?
A pool of deep fried red bean sesame seed balls. If any of you remember DuckTales, and you remember when Scrooge McDuck is like swimming in his massive vaults, and he spews out water the way that you spew out water. So he spews out gold coins the way you spew out water. That's what's happening in Balasar's mind at the moment. He's never seen so many deep fried red bean sesame seed balls. And you suddenly realize you're at a music festival and you're the headlining act. It's the Dragon Bard in shining lights. And the crowd is screaming for you to perform this new song that you've written.
Say my name, say my name.
It is incredible until you realize that you've forgotten how to perform music.
But is the food still there?
No, the food is slowly disappearing. You look up into the distance and you see Jackson, and he's just shaking his head and he's placing his beak into his feathers in disappointment. And it gets worse.
Oh, man.
You see Matt Hughes take out your instruments on stage.
I hate that guy.
And he performs the song that you wrote.
No.
And he is performing it better than you ever could.
No.
It is so agonizingly painful. And you are so happy when you wake up. Rain, you're tossing and turning as you sleep. And you hear cats mewing all around you. It's nice. These are your people. It's cool. But it's dark. And then you realize that even though you hear these cats meowing, you can't see them. Or when you reach out, you can't feel them. And there's a weight pressing down on you. And it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And oh no, you're being buried alive. Again.
Oh God.
It is horrible. No one is coming to help you. Slowly you hear all the meowing stop. You don't know what's happened to them. You hear cries coming out. Not meowing anymore, but what you can only guess is the soldiers under your employ, the soldiers that you were supposed to lead. They're yelling out, "Help us. Help us." And you try to say something, and you can't. You have no voice. You are helpless in the dark. You are alone. It is horrible. But that is when you wake up, when Zie Ling pushes you on the shoulder for the third watch of the night. Rain and Backbone take watch as Itz and Zie Ling go to their respective mats and turn to sleep. What do Rain and Backbone do while on watch?
Why is Balasar's stuff all over the place? God, Bad's always messy.
Yeah.
Don't trust him.
Maybe he was trying to repack his bags or something. Should we help him put his stuff back?
What if we don't put it back the way that he likes it? Then again, what if we're attacked and then he leaves all his shit behind?
Yeah,
maybe we should just chuck it all back in.
Yeah. Let's just do that, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
He won't even know. Yeah.
Maybe we can, if he has any smutting on him,
Rain, roll me a perception check. Backbone, roll me a stealth check.
A stealth check, sure.
So both of you are rolling a d20 and you're adding respective modifiers to that.
Can I thunderwave
in
my
perception
sleep?
for me?
Oh
You
my
cannot
god.
thunderwave in your sleep.
6.
I got 16 plus
16?
1, 17.
And Mustaq, you got a 6, was it?
Yeah, and I have to add a stealth check or something. Is that a stealth modifier? Is that right?
Yeah. So roll for stealth.
0 stealth. Yeah. So 6, the answer. I've got 6.
Okay.
Oh god.
So the way that goes is, Rain, you quickly rummage through what little you can see in front of you that is Balasar stuff that is strewn out around the campfire. You don't see any smuts, and you're kind of disappointed that he doesn't have any sexy pictures
I thought Bads were
or
sleazy.
sexy writings. You were looking for some erotica, and you could not find any. Because of that.
This night just gets worse and worse.
Backbone, you're just slowly putting things back into Balasar's backpack. Balasar, can you please roll me a perception check at disadvantage?
Please don't wake up.
Yeah, that would be so stupid.
Compromising position.
So two rolls?
2 rolls, take the lower number.
Right. Okay.
Wake up.
Okay. And add perception, is it?
Yep.
16.
Wait, 16 is your lower number?
No, 14's my lower number, and I add perception. That's 16.
For fuck's sakes.
Again, in exactly the same way that Zie Ling was poised over Balasar. That's what Backbone is like when he's slowly putting all the stuff back. Balasar, you wake up, just for comedic sense. You wake up and you see Backbone standing right over you with his hand in your backpack.
Hey, Balasar.
Oh, fuck, did he wake up?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
This is not what it looks like. I'm actually trying to help you.
What does it look like?
Well, it looks like you might think I'm rummaging through your backpack, but actually, I'm actually putting it all back in. Your shit was all over the place, man.
Right.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
You got to believe
it was
me.
all over the place.
Okay, now it's definitely a lie.
No, don't listen.
You can't trust me.
I believed you before. Now something's amiss. Someone better let me know what's going on, unless they want to get thunderwaved.
Oh my god.
We
Do you not trust me after everything we've been through?
You trust me, don't you, Balasar?
I trust you.
I saved you a couple of times. Yeah, so I'm telling you that when we started our shift, we saw all your stuff all over the place. So we were trying to put it back, and we didn't want to wake you up. But then you're a light sleeper.
Hey, how about we compromise? You guys, I'm going to continue my nap. You guys, you clean up my stuff.
That's
not cleaning
exactly
up,
what
we're just
we've
putting
been
it
doing.
back.
No.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm going to make you guys roll for that. So, Backbone, please roll persuasion.
Is that a D20?
D20 plus your persuasion modifier.
Okay.
And Balasar.
I've got a natural 20, man.
Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
So Balasar, you know that your buddy, Backbone, he's 100% not lying to you. He would never lie to you. Not about something like this.
Hey, thanks.
Way too important. This is about your personal space, and you know that Backbone knows that you are all about your personal space, except when you want people to invade it.
I know that, do I? Okay.
That's what Balasar thinks.
I agree with the former, not the latter. Okay.
Hey, not on that D20 you don't. Not on that.
Okay, fine.
Why was your stuff all over the place?
I don't know. I just woke up.
Didn't your mother ever tell you how to clean up after yourself?
Oh, whoa, we're getting very personal here.
That's okay, Rain. Let's not get into that, shall we?
I'm gonna say that after that, Balasar huffs, turns over, and tries to go back to sleep.
So we continue putting his stuff back in.
So
why are we doing this? He woke up. Why
so
Mustaq
so Backbone continues to place the random things that are strewn around the campsites back into Balasar's backpack.
Do we see anything interesting in his belongings?
Roll me another perception check, Rain.
Go, Rain.
Backbone, roll me
I got 14.
A D10. Let's see what happens.
A D10? Yeah.
A D10. So
I got a 5.
A 5?
Yep.
Okay, let me just... I just had it open. So, Rain, as you're helping Backbone put Balasar's stuff back into his backpack, you see some black clothes. You see some fine clothing. You see some dice. You never knew that Balasar was a gambling bard. You see a bottle of ink, and you see an ink pen, and you see the holy grail of what at one point was incredibly important to certain members of this party. You see a bar of soap that some party members had fought over previously.
Oh my god, it's the soap.
Sorry, what soap is this? I don't remember.
Oh man.
So in previous episodes, Backbone, to catch you up, there was a bar of soap that was offered in barter within the group, and people got really intense about the bar of soap. It was so unexpected.
Can I? Oh, is it wrong? It's wrong to steal.
Hey,
right after you said you weren't going to.
Don't judge what kind of monk you are. You don't know. Maybe you're a monk of theft.
Look, man, like, oof. Can I cut it in half and take half of
it? What do you use to cut it in half, Rain?
I believe I have a dagger.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. You cut that bar of soap in half. Do you pocket one and return the other half?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Can you add that to your inventory? And Nick, can you now change it to half a bar of soap on your inventory?
Hey, I tried to make a fair deal. I was willing to give him something for it. I don't remember. Oh, that's so funny. I'm a dirty man. I need to clean myself.
This is amazing, because this is definitely not what I expected.
Did I fall asleep straight away, or am I semi-conscious during this?
I'm going to say that you're asleep.
Man, this night just got a whole lot better. What do you think, Declan? You all right? You look a little...
Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do, though. Why are you taking his stuff? You should...
I'm not doing anything.
I just saw you cut above.
As Backbone and Rain talk about cleanliness and soap and hygiene, Lee tosses and turns in her bedroll, and she's, you know how like some dogs when they're asleep they're running. Lee's
I'm
legs.
not in my bedroll though, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
I'm meditating.
Oh yes, that's right. Oh yes, that is right. Okay, so Lee is sitting in a meditation pose, and her legs are twitching. No, just her legs and her eyelids. Her eyelids are twitching because what she suddenly is recalling is she recalls being back in the Emperor Wild's jungle. It's hot, sticky. Everything's always too bright. And you're running in the jungle, and you turn around and you see a tall elf man with an evil smile chasing you. You think it's your father until you don't, because you realize that your father would never chase you like this man is, with angry intent in his eyes. But he looks familiar. You just can't place his face. You look over your shoulder. It's not an elf man anymore. It's now a panther. Silky black fur, sharp white fangs. You're trapped. It looks hungry. It leaps. And you wake up with a start. But before we continue with what happens when everyone wakes up, we go to it, who is the last party member. In your sleep, you find yourself, you dream of yourself holding onto the ruby necklace around your neck. And the same way that you kind of felt when you were awake, you saw the old elf woman just on the edge of your vision. You suddenly, it feels like you're back underneath the house, underneath the rubble of the house. And you're reaching up to try and take that ruby necklace from the corpse of this dead old elf woman. Her eyes open, and they look straight at you. They watch you as you continue to take the necklace from around her neck and put it over your own. The face doesn't do anything else, it just watches you disapprovingly. You look down to the ruby necklace and you wipe some dust off it with your thumb. And you look back to the corpse of the elf woman, but it's got a different face now. It's the face of human botanist Shu Yai, oh so disapproving. How odd. And then you wake up to the smell of breakfast. The whole party gathers. No one feels particularly rested. Everyone feels slightly down. Who's preparing? Oh, so even though you're not particularly rested, everyone goes back to full health and you have all your spell slots again. Who is providing breakfast for the party?
Oh, I probably got up early, so I'd probably just get right in there.
Okay, what food would Lee have presented the rest of the party?
Oh, I've just foraged a bit this morning and maybe hunted a nocturnal animal of some sort, maybe a bird. Maybe like 6 birds. Roasted them all. Found a few, veggies and herbs.
Can I be helping Lee?
Yep. And Zie Ling, roll me a perception check.
Can I wash my hands?
Oh.
With soap?
Well, obviously.
You can definitely wash your hands with soap.
Everyone should wash out their hands.
What's this?
And
Wait,
you
what
reach
is
into
this?
the bag and you find half a bar of soap.
Okay. Backbone, buddy, I want you to spill the beans. What happened? What happened here?
I didn't see anything. What happened? What are you talking about? I actually didn't see it. What are you asking?
I thought we had a talk, man.
We did have a talk.
And I have half a bar of soap now.
How did that happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
You probably used it.
I don't remember taking any bar of soap, and I didn't see anyone taking it.
DM, can I search people's bags? Can I roll this?
I think you're overreacting, buddy.
It's only half a bar of soap. Don't worry about it. You still got another half.
You
No,
can...
it's not it's the principle. No, I want to roll.
Sure. Balasar starts
Backbone?
rubbing. He starts rushing over to different
I'm
people's
checking the bags.
What happened, Backbone?
Okay, what do I have to roll, DM? What do I have to roll?
Don't
What do I
fucking
have-
touch my bag.
Can I
Roll
knock
a
Balasar
D20.
over?
Roll a d20. Do I? What's
So,
that?
Hang on. What did Jen say?
Can I knock Balasar over if he comes near my bag?
I'm also defending my bag. I don't want him to touch it.
You can check my
He can't
backpack.
come
on
near
me.
me.
Balasar, whose backpack are you going for?
You really want to do this, buddy?
Let's go for Rain's. Let's go for Rain's backpack.
Can only lead and
There's a lot of smut in here.
Yeah, I just remember this.
I'm not
I had
letting
a lot of
anyone
soap-related conversations.
see it for free.
Okay. So hang on. Let's just check. DM question for Ankita. Where is the half bar of soap on Rain's?
Let's just say I pocketed it. It's not even in my bag.
Fantastic. Balasar, you goes hunting through Rain's backpack with permission because Rain just stands and lets you rummage through it. You find no soap. You just find the complete collection of erotica from
Chomsky.
what was it?
Gilbert Chomsky.
Gilbert Chomsky. And on the hey Rain, what would the cover picture be?
Oh, it's like Aesop the dwarf.
It's a dwarf, I believe.
Yeah, and he's like shirtless, and his hair is like, real hairy, and he's like in an embrace with a someone give me a race.
A dwarf.
Paladin.
A paladin? What? No, a race.
Yeah.
A race.
A dwarf.
Lizard person.
A lizard person, yeah. And the tail of the lizard is like wrapped around his leg and like groin area, like suggestively. Yeah.
I'm gonna say at that, Balasar, roll me a D4.
Oh, a D4.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 psychic damage.
Spike.
Psychic damage.
No. It's not gonna be damage.
Oh, damn it.
2.
Trauma.
2.
You are
Yes.
so shocked at this discovery of erotica that you forget about the bar of soap for now. You just
I
hand it
warned you,
back to
buddy.
Rain and go like, what was I talking about? Oh, I don't know, food.
Yeah, that's right.
But the food
This is
doesn't
disgusting.
taste as good as the deep fried red bean sesame seed balls.
Hey, you can browse through my library anytime you like, with a small fee though. This shit
And the
is
fee be
premium,
in
first
soap?
edition hardcover.
Zie Ling, what did you roll ages ago? A 5? The 6, you look over halfway tearing through the meal that Lee has provided, and you realize that all 6 birds are kingfishers. Like the ones that talked to you ages ago.
Oh,
Oh.
And you don't know if these are the ones that did talk to you. But you're already halfway, and it's pretty good. I can't hear you, Zie Ling.
Thank you.
I pause. I take a moment, but I finish it.
Sure. Everyone feels sustained by the sustenance, and then you break camp. What do you choose to do? This is a good point to remind the party that you are going to have a big talk about what your goals are in the forest.
Okay. So let's figure out what we know first.
Yeah, should we strategize? How to
So
find
what-
Wanda and Reginald?
What actually are we looking for? What did Chester and Rita want us to do? Let's recap. Is it Rita? Yes.
Let's recap. Yes. Sweet, sweet Rita.
Okay.
Sweet recap.
It's good.
And
So-
Chester.
Sorry, Jelly.
I'm just going to ask something for my mental image. So the party's packing up, but how are you having this conversation? Are you all sitting back in place? Are you all just standing around with your weapons?
I'm hanging from a nearby branch.
Sure. Which means that the branch is pretty thick because you are possibly the heaviest person with your armor.
Yeah, like just chilling, probably leaned up against a tree.
Where's
I'm so-
Backbone, Balasar, and Zie Ling?
Backbone is actually just packing a few things in his backpack and talking at the same time.
Sure.
I am grooming Lucy.
With your tongue?
No!
Okay, just checking. In my head, I hear groom. I think how cats clean each other. Ugh. Yep. I mean, hey. Sorry. I should say that everyone's allowed to clean their pets, however their familiars, however they want to clean their familiars. But I just wanted clarification. What about Balasar and it?
I'm fidgeting. I'm just kicking the little rocks on the ground around.
Okay. And Balasar?
I'm playing my lute obnoxiously loud.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm kicking the rocks subtly towards Balasar.
I was starting to like you, Balasar.
Hey,
I really
man,
was.
if someone has, if one of you has to, if I have to, all of us suffer.
Yes, yes, Jen?
I whisper to it, I wish I broke the lute.
My prank would have been to take all the strings off the lute. Genius.
Said Ankita, not Rain.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Seems fun now. Let's wait till we get to battle, and you need a
Hang
healer.
on. Balasar, if you're playing the lute, are you singing or just strumming the strings?
It depends. How loud is the lute when I strum it?
I mean, have you ever played a guitar angrily before? It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to twang that thing.
Can you give us a hint of what kind of song you're singing angrily?
If I suffer, then everyone suffers. If I suffer, then everyone suffers. I'm not gonna be the only one who suffers. And also you. And you. And you.
God, he's like a teenage girl.
I'm going to say that as a DM for my ruling, you accidentally cast Song of Rest. Please roll me. Hang on, I need to. Please roll me 1d6.
Song of Rest. Can I cast like Song of Distrust?
It can be Restful Distrust.
Fine. I got a 5.
A 5?
Which I assume is good news.
So this normally wouldn't happen but because Balasar is accidentally casting magic, it works surprisingly well, and everybody gets 5 temporary hit points.
What?
Oh, wow. Temporary hit points.
Wait, is this on top of our regular stats?
Yeah. So this is.
Wait, so do I get 10? Do I get 5 temporary hit points?
Oh, that's
so
a good point. You do.
Hit points.
Do I inspire myself?
Well, it's not inspiration. This is.
Oh, do I buff myself?
Oh yeah. So you all get 5 extra temporary hit points.
Yay!
Everyone feels a little bit, literally buffer. You all feel a little bit like stronger, and you're like, ooh, damn.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna say, everyone feels everyone in their minds feels suns out, guns out, but no one understands what that means.
What? Say that again. What did you say?
Everyone feels the metaphor of suns out, guns out. And so, Backbone, you in particular feel like your biceps feel a bit pumped.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Hasn't happened for a while.
What is the party doing now?
Oh.
Hey, thanks for the music, Balasar. I feel really good.
So back to
We should go out hunting now. Far out.
Yeah, I just wish
Like
we were at a
Mustaq.
beach or something. Shit.
Hold on, guys. Attention, please. We were discussing what we're doing.
Very good.
Chester, Rita, right. God.
So what exactly did he ask us? Did they ask us to do?
They wanted
Remind
us.
Find the mushrooms, or where they
Yeah.
came.
Which we
Kill
kind
the
of found, didn't we?
Yeah.
We don't
Found
know.
a layer.
Do you think Wanda is growing the mushrooms? Because she's tall and skinny, and the mushroom farm had a tall and skinny door, which is a pity because she seems so cool.
I suspect that as well.
He's definitely involved in some way.
Yeah.
I think she might be to kill the
Should we go and look
kobolds.
for her?
We need to find Wanda and Reginald there.
Some way of, yeah.
How the fuck do we do that?
Any of us track her DM?
I have pretty good tracking skills.
So shall we decide to look for Wanda? Is that what we've all agreed?
I think she's quite connected to all of it.
Do you think
Balasar,
that she-
you all right with that?
What
Yeah.
about the kobolds and the wargs?
I'll follow you, Backbone.
I think those guys just go wherever they want, personally.
Who? What?
The kobolds and wolves.
Do we still try to kill as many of them? as
If we come
can?
across them,
Yeah, because they're still going to the village, so I think we should.
At that second,
Wanda.
everyone hears a slight shoo, and suddenly Lee and Balasar, at opposite ends of the party, are both hit with an arrow.
Oh.
Both of you take 4 piercing damage.
So I've one temporary hit point now.
Yep. So not
Wait.
with your temporary hit points. Just so Lee got hit in the hand, like just above the wrist, and Balasar got hit in the shoulder.
Ah, not again.
I'm gonna say the other shoulder because you seem to only get hit in the shoulder. So it's
now we're even.
Yeah. Now, finally, you feel like good. Now they both hurt exactly the same amount.
Perfect
the party
balance.
stands up, looks around, except for Lee and Balasar, who are trying to like pull these arrows out of them. And you realize that you, the party, are surrounded by kobolds, goblins, and wargs.
It's an ambush!
And we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Oh, shit.
Okay.